Guys, welcome to the channel here at Impact Performance and Auto Services. So thought I'll do something a little different today. As you can see, I'm throwing some tape up in the air. Yeah, I didn't think I'd ever do this, but I'm gonna do it just because for you Corvette owners or anyone that's thinking about buying a Corvette, if you're looking to get the best performance out of your Corvette, to tell you the truth, one of the biggest things about owning a C6 Corvette is that they heat soak really bad. And when I say heat soak, a lot of you guys are like, I'm not racing mine all the time, but with it being hot under the hood, it's just like fuel. The colder the fuel is, the better performance and better it lasts longer. Anyway, so you can see that I added some vents on my C6 Corvette a while ago. These are actually, believe it or not, I wouldn't attempt to try doing them, but unless you could find ones that are not for a GTR Nissan R35, because that's what these were off of, and it took a lot of modification to get it to sit on a flat surface, because if you actually look at how these vents are, they're kind of rounded. So it was a little bit of modification on these ones. I was gonna take these ones out because this one here is the clear coat's kind of falling off, but it is what it is. So one problem with Corvette C6 is like I said, heat soak. One of the reasons why is because there's not very much ventilation getting in there, not a lot of cold air. You only got this one at the bottom of the bumper, and that one's going straight to your rad, blowing a hot air from the rad that it creates onto the engine. Now it does help to keep it from getting too hot, but you just notice a big difference of driving within the first, I think it was, if I jump in my car, I drive it for 45 to an hour, and then you just give her the beans. You can feel the heat soak, and it just kind of, your engine feels like it loses a little bit of power. So that's why I added these vents. So I added vents to let air in, but I haven't added vents to let the hot air escape. So I think we're gonna cut up this hood a little bit. So let's get started. So I'm thinking about adding the vents in this area, and that's kind of the area where the valve covers are. Now I do have long tube headers on this car, so after I added those, it made quite a little bit more heat. They're not ceramic coated, as I should have done that, but it was just so hot and horny to get it in. So what we're gonna do is we're going to get ready to cut this hood. I just kind of wanted to get an idea of what I'm cutting into. I'm gonna try getting away from the structure part, because I've already cut quite a bit of the structure on these corners. And I can't remember if there was a piece I want to cross. I want to say that there was, but maybe there wasn't, because you can see where I cut here and cut here. So it's just kind of like, But anyway, let's get some measurements out of this, and we're gonna get some tape down and see where we're at. All right, so you guys can see I've done 7 inches. This is where that brace was for the hood. So 7 inches there, 7 inches there, 7 inches, 7 inches, 7 inches. So what we're gonna do is 7 inches forward is what we're gonna do. So what I'm gonna do right now is we're gonna keep taping off a little bit lower. Then we're gonna grab those other vents and we're gonna test fit them and just kind of see what kind of idea we got going on here. All right, so it's definitely one of the hardest hoods to do because of the body lines and everything, but I got my measurements where they need to be. This is where it matters, because that's where it's gonna be. As you guys can see, I've taped the back side of this, because now these things come with a 10 plate, and then what you do is you peel this off and you place it where you want it to be. So get ready to peel this off. This is driver's side, but when I peel it off, it's gonna be a passenger side because it's reversed, right? So you gotta remember that. When you do driver's side goes on passenger side goes on driver's side. Actually, I know this is for sometimes maybe some new guys that haven't done this. I'm gonna actually show you guys the easier way of doing this. That's a way that I do it, but there's a much simpler way of doing this, so I'm gonna show you guys what to do. So I'm gonna remove these right now, and we're gonna fill this up with tape, and then I'm just gonna show you guys a little trick. All right, so this is gonna be the easiest way, but you're really gonna be very careful on your measurements after this. So even though this is for the driver's side, grab it, flip it to the passenger side. Now you outline that and you measure your edges, and then you kind of go around. I'll just show you guys, it's simple. This is, after you're done doing that, you want to find a bolt. As you can see, I got blue marks on this. That's the same width, pretty much. You want a rough width. Because what you're gonna do is you're gonna cut the outside of the line that you're putting on. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take a marker, put it beside it, and you're gonna trace the lines like I did here. And this will give you that length from what has to go inside the hood to what's gonna be outside the hood. And you run your marker along it all the way on this. So you freehand is what it is. You gotta be a little patient, and I'll show you guys about how I did it. Now, just make sure when you're doing this, please measure it several times. It's not gonna hurt to measure it 100 times, cut once. Now, you can see I got my marks on the hood. And yes, some of them are a little wavy time to time, but you gotta remember I'm cutting with a disc blade. So my disc blade is pretty straight. So I just, even if I skip over that, whatever it is, what it is. So I gotta stop saying so. I always keep saying so. I'm Canadian. I'm supposed to say eh? But anyway, I'm gonna turn on the compressor, get my gun ready, do a few more measurements, make sure that this is where it's supposed to be, and I'm happy where it is. And then we're gonna cut it. But I'm gonna put something underneath the engine bay just so it doesn't dust out my engine bay. It's fiberglass, so it's gonna get real dusty in here, stinky. All right, so there's no turning back now. All right, so the next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna peel this tape off, and we're gonna test fit these. Now you guys should probably be wearing masks when you're doing this. Well, not probably, you should always be using masks and glasses and everything. I'm one of those daredevils that are also called an idiot. Idiot, dumb, whatever. Anyway, I couldn't find my safety goggles and all that, so I just kind of, wing it, why not? So, we're gonna close this up. All right. Those 20 little holes. Moment of truth. Oh, hey. Okay, now this one. Oh, hey, look at that. All right, we got them in. Well, they're just sitting in there, but anyway. Oh, this car is so dusty now. Oh, I gotta go take it to the car wash all over again. But what we're gonna do is, I'm probably gonna rivet it in. Why not? Let's see. I wonder what it looks like on the other side. You see anything shiny in there? Nope. This is a dark place where people go to cry. Sad. Yeah, I think I'm gonna rivet these ones in. Let's go see what rivets I got.